Republican Party and the One Nation Party based in Wollongong, New South Wales. I'm VHVOL, the Republican Party nominee for Premier of New South Wales, joined by Blake, Legislative Council of New South Wales, and he's aiming to win a majority in that council, and he's the One Nation leader. We're both here tonight after the events that took place last night at the campaign rally, where we were both joined together at a town hall rally, and I was shot in my ear, which right after I was taken to a hospital, and it skimmed my ear. It was just a very bad shot. Whoever shot me, just a very bad thing, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Glad to have Blake here with me at this lovely headquarters that we have brought together. It's just a very nice thing. And Blake, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep, hello. I'm Miss Pauline Hanson, the leader of the One Nation Party. We still have not found the shooter yet. We don't know who they are. Police are actively working on the case. I can't believe that someone would want to harm this handsome man to my left. It just shows unhealthy competition, and it's not good for the politics of New South Wales.
Yeah, political violence
anyway,
is not right.
Exactly. We're gonna move on today and focus on what policies we have agreed on and what we want to put forth for the New South Wales people. As you can see behind us, we've got some of our new campaign posters that will be displayed on the election night. This press conference today will be the last public appearance from myself and Donnie before the election tomorrow night. So,
yep, that is correct.
To be here and answer everyone's questions.
It's very good to be here with you, Blake. Very good. Tonight, I'd just like to talk about, not tonight, this afternoon, I'd like to talk about how the Labor Party has responded to the allegations of him being a pedophile, which he is. He responded by saying that they were from months ago and that he's a minor himself. And even if he is a minor himself, joking about pedophilia is not okay, especially for someone running for Premier of New South Wales, which he won't be. He's going to lose so badly. He's going to lose in a landslide, I'm telling you right now. And yeah, I've got everything I need.
Correct for me to say the opinion polls were on your side for Legislative Assembly, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. Today. I was 152 to 48, which I think it's going to be a very big margin that we win by, but he is quite incompetent and he's not fit to serve. Blake, you're running for Legislative Council.
Yep.
Obviously, you Republic. Okay, so we've tried to remove the Republican Party from the council, like the running, so we could fully endorse the One Nation Party for that role, because I don't think we will do too much in council anyway. And obviously we don't want Labor to get in because they're going to really screw everything up for New South Wales. Probably try and lower the minimum age for consent or something. Wouldn't be too surprised. But that seems to we can't let them get in. Okay, so if you have voted for the Republican Party for Legislative Council, I want you to change your vote, and I want you to vote for the One Nation Party, because those are the ones that are actually going to be doing things for the council. Labor Party won't be doing anything. They're just crooked and corrupt, if that's what you want to say. They're just crooked and corrupt, and I'm sure everyone here can agree on that. The only people voting for them are the people that want to destroy our country, our state, to be quite honest. But when I am Premier, I'll treat them as good as I've treated the Republicans. Blake?
I'd like to thank Donnie and the Republican Party for their support for us running for Legislative Council. You might say that the One Nation dropping out of the Legislative Assembly was a retreat. However, you're terribly wrong. we're doing this because we believe we can make a bigger difference in the council to put the Australian people's needs into reality. And I can't lie to the public. I have to say that I was in an agreement with the Labor Party before I before I was endorsed by Mr. Donny to my left here. And I have to say that the Labor Party's policies don't exactly line up to what you would want as a New South Wales citizen. I don't think they have the ability or the power or even the mindset to do good things in this wonderful state. So, for everyone who's voted for the Labor Party, I urge you to change your vote to the Republicans to get your needs into reality. Known Donny here for a long time, and he just wants to do what's best for New South Wales, and I believe he can do that with your support.
Yeah, thank you very much, Blake. Thank you.
You think it's time to move on to some joint policies?
Yeah, if you want to start us off with that, that'd be great.
One of One Nation's policies, obviously displayed clearly in our motto, is one flag, one people, and one Australia. Australia is the only country in the world to be divided by three different flags. Obviously, Australia's history doesn't really. It's not very fond of most people. It's a devastating history, what happened. But dividing Australia with these flags isn't helping us to move on, and we should be uniting as one, under one flag, as one people, all identifying as Australians, not moving on as different parts of Australia. Another thing, I support Donny's immigration policy, which is all criminals in New South Wales who have come here and do not deserve a citizenship should not deserve the right to be incarcerated in our prisons. Therefore, if we are elected, we will have anyone who doesn't have an Australian citizenship and have committed crimes, they'll be deported and sent back to where they started. I don't believe that they deserve a spot where they're filling up our prisons who are meant for criminals who deserved the right to stay in Australia. And it's putting stress on our police officers who have to let loose small crimes because we can't, our jails are full, so we can't arrest any more people to put them in. So police officers aren't able to correctly do their job. So I completely agree with Donny to deport foreign criminals.
Yeah, they're filling up our jails, and the suicide rate for police officers has actually gone up a lot under the current leadership because police officers are being sacked because they can't do anything. That's the thing, they can't do anything because our jails are filled up, and they're being sacked for that. And it's not their fault entirely. It's just a very corrupt thing, and I won't stand for it. And they'll all be deported. Our jails will be very good, and yeah, it'd be a very good thing. I don't know. Labor has no plan on immigration. They've never said anything about it. They don't care, clearly. They just want power. Probably going to try and lower the age of consent or something. Wouldn't be surprised. That's what I've heard from people, but I don't know how true it is. But yeah, just another thing. The immigration policy that we have, it's not racist. It's simply to make New South Wales great again, because people without an Australian citizenship have the highest crime rate, and it's a fact, and it's a proven fact. You want to move on to our next policy, Blake? Joint policy.
Would you like to focus on cost of living, or would you like to introduce one of your other policies first?
We can talk about the cost of living if you want.
So previously, at the debate, actually, Labor suggested nuclear power. Right now, we don't think that that's something that can be put into reality quickly. However, One Nation has we're open to exploring this new energy option. It's part of a balanced long-term energy strategy for New South Wales. However, I doubt that it can be introduced in the short period of time, so I don't think that can become a reality quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue down this path of energy. One Nation, and I believe the Republican Party, is committed to ensuring that the people of New South Wales have access to affordable, reliable, and secure energy. We believe in harnessing the state's vast natural resources to benefit its residents, not foreign competitors. We'd like to keep this energy to simply Australians. That's why we've prioritised the construction of new low-emission coal-fired power stations to provide stable, dispatchable power to homes and businesses across New South Wales. We want to make sure that energy remains affordable for hardworking families and businesses without the constant price and uncertainty that often come with renewable energy sources.
I agree with you.
At the same time, we both understand the importance of energy independence. To secure our future, we will restore Australia's 90-day fuel security policy by building onshore oil reserves and ensuring we have the capacity to refine fuels right here in New South Wales. This way, we'll be less reliant on international supply chains, especially during times of global instability, such as the war in Russia,
which should have never started,
Ukraine,
by the way,
as well as other wars across the globe. Finally, we are strongly opposed to the waste of billions of dollars in government subsidiaries that go into foreign-owned solar and wind projects. Instead of funding initiatives that primarily benefit overseas investors, we believe that investments should focus on securing long-term benefits for the New South Wales people. Our approach is about building an energy future that supports local communities, creates Australian jobs, and assures that prosperity generated from our resources stays within our state. With One Nation and the Republicans' plan, we'll work towards a reliable source of secure energy for New South Wales, where power is affordable, sustainable, and controlled by Australians for Australians.
Yep, thank you very much, Blake. Yeah, you got a very good point there. And let me just tell you now that the cost of living crisis is killing thousands of families across. It's separating them, actually. No one can afford anything because the current Premier of New South Wales, he's so incompetent. I don't even know. He probably doesn't even know what day it is, quite frankly. And he hasn't done anything about it. I don't even think he's been online in the past day. And he clearly doesn't care. And under my leadership as Premier, I will work with whoever gets elected to council, who hopefully it'll be One Nation, to fix this crisis. Obviously, we're going to invest a lot in small businesses. Small businesses are a huge part of our economy, and they play an important role with jobs. Obviously, we need jobs. There's not many jobs out there right now. We need a lot of jobs. That's what we need to do. And yeah, quite frankly, that's what we need to do, and that's what we plan to do. Blake?
Yep, that's exactly it. Continuing on the path of Australian jobs, I'm just going to read off the One Nation policy document here. One Nation and the Republican Party strongly believes in prioritising jobs for Australians first and foremost. We understand that the backbone of a prosperous nation is in its workforce, and our focus is on strengthening the opportunities for homegrown tradespeople. To support this, we are committed to significantly expanding the National Apprenticeship Scheme. Under this plan, first-year apprentices will receive a 75% wage subsidy, helping businesses hire and train new apprentices without bearing the full cost. In the second year, the subsidy will be reduced to 50%, and by the third year, it will be cut to 25%. This gradual reduction supports both the apprentices and the businesses that are investing in the future. As apprentices gain skills and experience, become fully productive members of the workforce. Initial rollout of this program previously in real life was not met with overwhelming support. Within 3 weeks, regional businesses had seized the opportunity to take on apprentices, demonstrating the real demand for skilled workers. We do not support the casualisation of the workforce, which has led to widespread job insecurity for too many Australians. Instead, we are committed to creating full-time, stable employment opportunities that give workers the security and benefits they deserve. Full-time jobs provide workers with the stability to plan for their future and contribute to the economy with confidence. By investing in Australia, apprentices, and focusing on long-term, full-time employment, we will ensure that Australians have the opportunity they need to build meaningful, sustainable careers. This approach will help strengthen our nation by providing businesses with skilled workers and by giving Australians the opportunity to work in secure, well-paid jobs that contribute to the prosperity of our country.
Thank you very much, Blake. I've got a question here that I'll quickly answer from Jonichi in the chat. He said, how will you make money? Any action? Okay, I'll answer this first. He said, he's asking if we're saying that criminals are allowed in Australia, which obviously we don't want criminals in Australia, but if we're going to have criminals in our country, we want it to be our own criminals.
That's what we're saying. If you are an Australian citizen and you've deserved the right to be here, you've earned it, then you deserve the right to be incarcerated in Australian prison. However, if you don't deserve a citizenship, you don't have a citizenship, and you're committing crimes in Australia, you're just going to be deported and sent back to where you came from. It shouldn't be our problem.
Yeah. And he's also asking why we want to lower the age of consent. We don't want to lower the age of consent. I don't know what he's talking about, quite frankly. And I heard, here's the thing, you might have misunderstood what I said. I heard from a few people like last night saying that Van Tactics wanted to lower the age of consent, which, I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard, and I was just repeating that, okay? And another thing is, he said,
yeah.
Okay.
He's just going, I don't think he understood what we meant in our policy there. It's all right.
It's all good.
Another thing that me and Donnie strongly believe in is stopping foreign investment. And I'll do two parts of two different policies here, and stopping the rorts. Starting with foreign ownership, we are committed to reforming New South Wales foreign investment rules to protect our state's long-term interests. We will push for legislation that clearly defines the concept of national interest, ensuring that any foreign investment is scrutinised based on national security, competition, tax implications, a character test, and any other impacts on Australia's well-being. Central services such as power, water, telecommunications, roadways, ports are critical to the functioning of our state and nation. We believe they should remain in Australian hands. Allowing foreign investors to control these vital industries compromises our sovereignty and puts the security and interests of New South Wales residents at risk. That's a part of our a part of our foreign investment scheme. Moving on to stopping the rorts. Australia is a generous nation, providing government-paid safeguard services for the sick, unemployed, aged, and disabled. These essential services are a cornerstone of our society, ensuring that vulnerable individuals are supported when they need it most. However, to ensure the sustainability of these services and to protect the integrity of the system, they must take steps to prevent misuse and fraud that undermine the effectiveness. In New South Wales, where we have a large and diverse population, it is crucial that we protect these resources for the citizens and residents who truly rely on them. For example, one of our strategies will be to push for the introduction of an identification photo on Medicare cards, positively identify users and significantly reduce fraudulent claims.
Yep. Thank you.
Any comments there, Donny?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that the Republican Party has policy. The Labor Party doesn't have any policy whatsoever. They say, "Oh, we'll fix the economy." They don't tell you how they do it. We've already said we'll do it through small businesses. We'll do it with good energy, and yeah, we're going to work together as a state to do that. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. AEST, you'll be able to vote for the Republican Party for executive. Sorry, what the hell? Maurice just joined us. You'll be able to vote One Nation for Legislative Council, and you'll be able to vote Republican for Legislative Assembly. And we highly encourage you to do that if you don't want a child predator running as a premier, which obviously we don't want. He'll probably, I don't know what he's going to do. Don't even think of it. But we're going to win tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. We're going to win big, and it'll be a very good thing. And we can't wait to do it. And we thank you very much for tuning in to the quick press conference.
Wasn't very quick. I got told 50.
50.
Only an hour press conference here.
Wait, it's only been going for like 20 minutes. Wait, hang on. What?
No. Make sure to vote Republican in Legislative Assembly and One Nation in the Legislative Council to ensure a better future for New South Wales. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,